Now, Russia and Belarus continue to engage in hybrid warfare, targeting Poland and other European countries in the region.
Now, to discuss it all further and analyze it, we're joined by Jarosław Jakimczyk, espionage, counterintelligence and cybersecurity expert and investigative journalist. Hello, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening.
Now, to put it into perspective for our viewers, how would you define hybrid warfare and how has Russia been utilizing it across Europe?
According to me, hybrid warfare is a special kind of combined intelligence operation, or rather cycles of operations using methods typical of Russian or Belarusian secret services. The goal of such operation is to achieve political goals without crossing the threshold of kinetic warfare. That means that Russia could sometimes use methods typical for kinetic warfare, but in a specific way which make impossible to attribute this operation to Russian intelligence services. I mean, for example, the case in Czech Republic of 2014 in Vrbětice, where there was a huge blast with 2 casualties perpetrated by Russian military intelligence services. Despite that, Czech authorities gathered a lot of evidence. Russia still denies it, claiming that evidences are fake or unreliable, or the interpretation is, according to Russian propaganda apparatus, unreliable and
Indeed. Jarosław, if I may ask, because I mean, you've been in this sector for quite some time. You're an expert on all things counterintelligence. You investigate these things yourself. But if we look at, I mean, we know the tools of the trade that Russia employs. This is not new, but it seems to be that the frequency of these attacks in different forms, now hybrid, as you've lined out for us a definition, seems to be now on a higher level, meaning that there seem to be more of these, not just in Poland, but let's focus on Poland for a minute. Do you see the frequency of all these attacks now rising? And if so, why is that particular, and what can we do to stop that and prevent it?
Well, we can openly say that Poland, with its long border with Russia and Belarus is on the first front of the confrontation between NATO and Russia with its ally, I mean Belarus.
Right, it's a frontline country, you're right.
Our counterintelligence services. Pardon?
Go ahead.
So, our counterintelligence services require more training, more financial support from our government, and in order to conduct counterintelligence operations against Belarusian and Russian intelligence services, especially military intelligence of Russian Federation, GRU, which is extremely active in recent years in Poland as well as in Romania and in Baltic states. In my own database regarding the prosecuted cases of activities of Russian and Belarusian activities in Poland, we have a new kind of intelligence hybrid activities. I mean, the specific method using so-called one-way ticket agents.
I mean, you mentioned, let me interrupt you for a second, you mentioned more training for our counterintelligence. I mean, hopefully they will get it as soon as possible because these cases are rising and we need specialists to combat these. Jarosław Jakimczyk, espionage, counterintelligence, cybersecurity expert, investigative journalist was our guest. Sir, thank you very much for joining us.